Hello everyone, I'm very glad to meet you again. I'm very happy because we completed lesson 3 and lesson 4. Now we enter into the new lesson using library classes. Before we start this lesson, our government has announced reduced syllabus for 10th ICSE. Let's see the syllabus. This is the reduced syllabus for 10th ICSE, the academic year 2020-2021. There will be one written paper of 2 hours duration carrying 100 marks and internal assessment of 100 marks. The paper will be divided into 2 sections A and B. Section A, compulsory 40 marks, will consist of compulsory short answer questions covering the entire syllabus. Section B, 60 marks, will consist of questions which will require detailed answers. There will be a choice of questions in this section. Now let's see the first lesson, revision of class 9 syllabus. This lesson already you learnt in the school itself. The lesson 2, class as the basis of all computation. This lesson fully about objects and classes. This is very familiar for you. This one also already we learnt. Now third lesson is user defined methods. This lesson also already we finished. The fourth lesson is constructors. This one also we finished. And the fifth lesson is Java library classes. And sixth lesson is arrays. Seventh lesson is string handling. So that's all. In your syllabus only 7 lessons. Now I hope you all are clear with the syllabus. Now let's get into the new lesson, Java library classes. In this video you're going to learn about the introduction of Java library classes, wrapper classes, using wrapper classes, using numeric wrapper class methods. In my next video you can learn the remaining topics of this lesson using character wrapper class, auto boxing and unboxing in wrapper classes. Now let's see about Java library class. Java library class means JCL. Java is a major component of JDK. What is JDK? JDK already we know. It means Java Development Kit. So JDK is used to develop all the keys and all the functions of the Java. It's developing particular applications in Java. So JDK is required one. So JCL is a major component of JDK. How? Because JCL contains various packages and each package of JCL contains different classes. As we know that package is a collection of classes. That classes contains functions which make easy to develop logic. So with the help of this function we can develop our logic easier. For example, this is JCL. Inside the JCL, packages. Inside the JCL, packages are here. Likewise, inside the packages, classes are here. So inside the JCL, packages are here, and inside the packages the classes are here. So This is the basic concept of Java library classes. Now let's see about the types of JCLs and which type of JCL we can use. Already we know that inside the Java library classes the packages are there. Inside the packages the classes are there. So multiple packages are there in Java library classes. Likewise, multiple classes are there in packages. There are many packages are there in Java library classes, but now you are going to learn about few important packages in Java library classes. There are lang, util, net, AWT. Lang means language package, util utility, net network based package, AWT abstract window toolkit. But in this, these two packages are very important, lang and util. First we will see about lang package. These two classes comes under the lang package. The one is math class, another one is system class. In math class is very familiar for you. Many functions are there in math class, for example power function, square root function, likewise. And system, it has many input and output functions. So these two comes under the lang package, and these two comes under the util package. In this, scanner is very familiar because scanner is used to take the input from the user java util.scanner. So in the scanner many functions are there to take the input of integer types of different functions, to take the input of character types of different functions. Here next one is net. Net is always there when you will work in the Java application. That time we will require a net package. And next one is AWT. When you will work on the Windows based application, that time it will be required. These are the packages that is very important to understand. Now let's see what is given in this chapter. The another most important class comes under the lang package, that is wrapper class. In this lesson we are going to learn about wrapper classes. Now let's see about wrapper classes. Java language uses a wrapper classes that are a part of Java library package java.lang. The wrapper class is a class that contains a primitive data type whenever an object to a wrapper class is created. As we know, wrapper class is a part of java.lang.package. Why we need wrapper classes? Wrapper class is used to convert string into other primitive data types. So already you know about primitive and non-primitive data types. What are the primitive data types? Primitive data types are int, char, float, double. So it's not depends on any other data types. So that is called primitive data types. And what is the non-primitive data types? That's our array, interface and classes. It depends on other data types. So wrapper classes are used to convert the primitive type into non-primitive, and likewise it converts the non-primitive into primitive. That is the main process of wrapper class. First of all, you have to understand how many types of wrapper classes are there. See this hierarchy. Here object is a base class. This class are divided into three types. One is number, next one is boolean, and next one is character. Under the number there are many classes are there. First one is byte, second one is short, third one is integer, fourth one is long, fifth one is float, sixth one is double. These all wrapper classes are comes under the number. Now see the primitive data types. Here int, float, double, char. So these all are primitive data types. Now see the names of wrapper classes and primitive classes, both having the same name. But see the first letter of primitive data types. All first letters are lowercase letters. But here all the first letters having uppercase letters. This is the main difference between primitive data types and wrapper classes. So a data type starts with lowercase letters, whereas its wrapper class starts with an uppercase letters. So lowercase means small letters and uppercase means capital letters. One exception in this, that is string. string. A string is a data type that is not a wrapper class, simply because that is no parallel primitive type that is wraps. It's always use first letter as a capital letter. Here two terms will come. One is auto boxing, another one is unboxing. Auto boxing means it converts other primitive types into wrapper classes, but unboxing converts the wrapper classes into primitive data types. So auto boxing converts the other primitive types into wrapper classes, but unboxing converts all wrapper classes into primitive types. So this is the main difference between auto boxing and unboxing. This is about wrapper classes. Now let's see string to integer conversion. Already know about string. A string is a collection of characters. It's enclosed between pair of double quotations. So we have to convert the string into integer. Integer is a whole numbers. Now we can use these two functions to convert the string into integer. The first one is parse int. Otherwise we can use value of. We can use parse int or value of. These two functions are used to convert the string into integer. So what is the string? String is a collection of characters. It enclosed in between pair of double quotations, but integer is a whole number. Either it's a positive number or negative number. Now let's see one example program. This example program is convert string into integer. It's a conversion of string into other data types. First we have to import the package. Import java.util.asterisk. Now create the class. Class name is demo. open the class. I am going to write the main method, public static void main string args. Now I'm opening the main method. I'm declaring two variables. One is s1. s1 is equal to 23, comma s2 is equal to 34. See here, both variables having the same data type, that is string. A string means it's a collection of characters is enclosed in between the double quotation. Now I am going to do one calculation with these two variables. I am using the integer data type. To get the result, I am using the variable sum. Here I am going to do the calculation s1 plus s2. Now I am going to print the value. I am closing main method and I am closing the class. Now I am going to compile the program. See the result, errors found in class. Why? We are not able to convert integer into string. See here, these two variables are string type, but our result in integer type. So we cannot convert the integer into string. If you want to convert, you have to use the function from lang package, that is parseInt or value of. Now I am going to convert the string into integer. To convert this, int s1 a is equal to integer dot parseInt. s1 is a first variable. In this we have the value 23. See, I am using the parseInt function to convert the string into integer. So integer is a wrapper class. So this function is used to convert the string into integer. Now a value is 23, not a string, that is a number, whole number. As likewise we have to convert the next number also. I am using the variable a, integer dot parseInt. The next variable is s2. Okay, now I am converting s2 string into integer. So this value 34 in the format of string, I am converting this string into integer. Now 23 will store in the variable a and 34 will store in the variable b. Now these two string values are converted into integer values. Now you can do the calculation, but you can't call the s1 s2. We can call a plus b because we store the integer value in the variables a and b. Now I am going to execute the program, compile the program. See here, class compiled, no syntax errors. So this function is used to convert the string into integer. Now see the output. I'm executing main method. So sum is 57. So I got my outputs. So this is an example program to convert the string into integer. If you want to convert string into long means we can convert here int into long. Here you have to use long wrapper class. You know the wrapper class first letter will be capital, so long, long. Here also you have to change parse long. Likewise you have to do the changes here also, same changes, long. So here parse long, here also you got to change long. Now the result also long. Now I'm going to compile the program. I have no syntax errors. Now the string is converted into long type. Now I am executing the program. So this is my output. Long, integer, short are same, but only the memory allocation is different. But it is used to store the old numbers, but memory allocation is different. Likewise you can change into float. If you want to change into float means you have to change into float. Here also you have to do the changes. Capital F LOAT. This is a wrapper class. Here also you have to do the changes. Likewise we can convert the string type into other primitive data types like integer, float, double, long, short. Now I am converting into float. You have to do the changes here also. Now I am compiling the program. I have no syntax errors. Now I am executing this. See my output. This is floating value. You know already what is a floating value. The fractional values are called as floating values. So I can convert the string into floating values also. So this function is used to convert the string types into other primitive types. So that's all. This is about the conversion of string into integer. Now let's see integer to string conversion. For this conversion we have to use a toString function. This function is used to convert integer to string. We will see one example program. Now let's see the example program to convert integer into string. This program was used to convert the conversion of integer into string type. Already you learned about the conversion of string into other primitive types. Now other primitive types into string type. I am creating the class. My class name is demo1. I am opening the class. The same method, I am creating the main method. Public static void main string args I'm opening the main method. Int n is equal to 24. String s is equal to integer dot, already you know, toString function is used to convert the integer into string type. So I am going to convert the n variable into string type. So already n in the type of integer, so n is an integer type. I am converting this integer type into string type. To convert this, we have to use the function toString. Okay, so the result will store in the format of string, so you have to call string data type for the variable s. Now I am going to call the result. Closing main method, I am closing class. Now I am going to compile the program. See here, I have no syntax errors. Now I am going to execute the program. So this is my output. The string method is converted into the integer type. Why we are doing this? Now you can't perform any mathematical operations with the variable s, because s variable is converted into string type, so you can't do any mathematical operations. Mathematical operation means any addition, any subtraction, any multiplication you can't do with the variable s. So this is the example program of conversion integer into string. Now let's see the recapitulation questions. The first question is, what is composite data type? In computer science, a composite data type or compound data type is any data type which can be constructed in a program using the programming languages, primitive data types, and other composite data types. Next question is, what is a wrapper class? Name the wrapper classes used in Java. A wrapper class is a class whose object wraps or contains a primitive data types. Wrapper classes used in Java byte, short, integer, long, character, boolean, float, and double. Third question is, draw the wrapper class hierarchy. This is a branches of wrapper classes: object, number, boolean, character. Under the number, many wrapper classes are there. The next question is, show with an example how wrapper class object can be created and initialized. So this is the example for object created and initialization for wrapper class. Explain the usage of wrapper class parse method. This function is used to convert a string to corresponding primitive data type. This function is present in all wrapper classes except character and boolean wrapper classes. The following examples are here. You can write this also. Name the package that contains the wrapper classes. Java.lang. You can check yourself whether this answer is correct or not. Eighth one is, give the output of the following program when the main method is executed. You have to write the output for this question, and for this one also you have to write the output. That's all, children. You have to copy down these all the question answers in your classwork. Complete your classwork and submit your classwork in the Google Classroom. Class code is VUQQRGA. Last week many of them attended the oral test in Google Meet. I really appreciate all of you. and as well as you submitted the revision programs too. So I really appreciate your hard work. Thank you, children.